So hey folks, and welcome back to another video. So this weekend we're up in Carmel in the South Lakes. It's an absolutely beautiful day, not a cloud in the sky, and we're just going to head through Carmel. We're going to go over the tops there, drop down into Backbarrow, and then head up through Coniston Water, find a cafe, find some nice coffee and cake. So the village of Carmel, one of the places I grew up as a teenager. Got the Priory Church just there on the right hand side. Nice little vintage shop, cafe next to it. Another cafe, plenty of cafes, Carmel cheeses, ice cream. Lovely cottages. Rogan's restaurant, very expensive. And then you've got the sticky toffee pudding shop just in front, just here. They say it originated from here, but people have other ideas. And then what else is Carmel famous for? Well, you've got the race course just here on the left. There's a couple of meetings here, I think 3 a year, normally on bank holidays. And they normally run on the Friday, Saturday I think, and then the Monday with the Sunday off. Weather today, 16 degrees, absolutely beautiful. And I've had to take the liner out of the Merlin Edale jacket, which actually just suits this temperature perfectly. So this is the road I actually used to ride my bicycle to school on many years ago. It's a bit of a narrow road as you wind over the tops towards Highbrow Edge and Backbarrow. One of the things you do have in Backbarrow is the Car and Bike Museum, Lakeland Motor Museum. Definitely worth a visit. Like any museum, a little bit pricey to get in, but they do have a cafe actually behind it. So let's head over and pick up our first coffee of the day at the Lakeland Motor Museum cafe. I've been there before. It's a real gem of a place, very nice, and sometimes they have some classic car events and things on there, so we'll head there first. Little lambs just here, absolutely awesome. Spring is here, guys, although it's meant to be going colder next week. Now also up this road you've got Bigland Hall, which is on the top, and there's a horse riding centre there. There's also 2 lakes, trout fishery lakes. I think one mainly fly fishing and the other one's coarse fishing. And also you've got some different activity, adventure type stuff, clay pigeon shooting, archery and those kind of things. Probably not the best road for riding on, really, but if you're out exploring, out for a picnic or something like that, then it's the perfect route. Off the beaten track, not many people know about this road or come over this road. so you're unlikely to meet huge amounts of traffic. But yeah, what a playground to grow up as a from my early teens, I think it was, like 13. Up until my late teens, I think it was. So I was always out on my bicycle around this area on these roads. Mileage wise, it's probably about 8 to 10 miles, I think it is, from where I used to live up over here to Carmel and Carmel School every day. So kids are quite lucky these days with all school transport and things. I used to have to ride to school every day, and wasn't so bad going over and down into Carmel, but it was pretty much all uphill coming back home until you get to the top just here. Absolutely stunning. Even in spring with the green not back yet, all the bush and the heather is still that golden brown. Absolutely gorgeous. Makes it all better, doesn't it, when the sun shines? So you've got Otter Tarn just here on the right hand side. Fisheries. And it used to be, well, that used to be owned by Bigland Hall. I'm not sure if it still does. I think it's still their land, so maybe someone leases it from them. And then we're just at the very top now. Some nice walks actually over the tops of the mountains just here. I'm not sure the camera's picking it up. So you've got the riding centre just here on the left, just there, and then the main entrance for Bigland Hall, and the lake is further over. But yeah, if I just pull up here, you'll get to see this stunning mountain tops. So you've got nice walks right along the top there. Spent many a day going over that way. And then in the distance there, you've got Coniston Old Man, the mountain top. Not sure which one it is now. It's been that long since I've been up here. But yeah, Coniston literally is probably behind that second mountain top just there. Absolutely beautiful. And then down in the dip just here, turn that off so you can hear me. So down in the dip just there, you've got the Haverthwaite Steam Railway. That's the one that goes all the way, winds its way through these hills to Lakeside, that was on last week's video, at the end of last week's video anyway, where the boats pick up on Windermere. So you can literally get the steam train from there to Lakeside, hop on the ferry, go all the way up the lake to Bowness and Ambleside, and see the sights that way. So yeah, steam train, not many left, but there is one definitely there. And I used to live down in the dip just here, but all of this hillside that you can see here that's all brown, I remember a spark from, I think, one of the tracks actually on the steam train track that winds up past these houses, these white houses just down in Backbarrow there, actually landed on some bush and set the whole hillside on fire. Not sure what year that was, but it burnt the whole lot on the other side of the hill just there. Quite a frightening experience, hoping it wasn't going to come this side, and obviously where I lived at the time. But yeah, back in those days when we used to have cold winters and snow, literally the whole side of the hill here, we used to have some crazy deep snow, and literally you couldn't get a car up and down to the house. So yeah, it brings back fond memories from many years ago. So let's carry on, and we'll go down to the bottom of Backbarrow just here. So we'll do a right just here, and this will drop us down into Backbarrow, where we can head over the A590 and drop down near the Whitewater Hotel, and then do a right along to the Lakeland Motorcycle Museum. But yeah, plenty of horses around here. In fact, the White House you see just in front of you is where I used to live, and you got a little farm just here. Just this gate on the left here. That's where I was brought up as a lad. And then the farm opposite, I remember going and helping the farmer actually on hay day, get all the hay in and things. Used to be really really good back in the day. Back in the day where kids played on the streets, and these days it's a little bit different. Now this is Canny Hill on the right hand side, just where these people are standing by the gate. I used to go up there on my mountain bike or bicycle. Don't think we had mountain bikes in those days. But I always remember there was a load of lads from the village down in the bottom here, and they always used to come up here on their trials bikes, and I used to pressure my dad so much to buy me a trials bike, so wanted one. At the time my sister had a horse, and I can always remember asking, and he said no, they're dangerous, motorcycles are dangerous, and like horses aren't, you know. At least with a motorcycle you're in control. On a horse they have a brain, they're in control. So yeah, sad to say I didn't get my trials bike, but I wish I had, and it would have been so much fun back in the day. Memories, eh? I think you start looking back as you get older, and just you know, looking at the fond memories, the good times, the bad times. And actually I was thinking last night, you know, if I was to relive my life again, would I do a lot of things different? I think a lot of us would. How they'd turn out is another thing, another way. But yeah, I'd love to have the knowledge that I do now, and then to relive my life from probably about 14 onwards, I think. It'd be interesting to see how life turned out. Not that I'm complaining, life's okay, not too bad. I'm quite content with my life so far. So we're just at the bottom just here, and you can go to Ulverston, Greenodd, Barron Furnace left, or you can go right to Newbury Bridge. But what we're going to do, we're just going to drop down to Lakeside Village, which is just over the road, 100 yards that way, and then left. Now a little bit of history. The Whitewater Hotel used to be a Dolly Blue Works. Used to stink of sulphur, and used to get men coming out covered head to foot in blue. They look like blue Smurfs, they did, coming out of here. Just there. Now it's a hotel and leisure centre. All changed since those days. So we'll just do a right just here, and then big blue building further up the road is where the Lakeside Museum is. Like I say, if you've not been in it before, I will put a link in the right hand top corner of the screen just here, because I have done a tour of this place and been around it and done a video on it. So I'm not going to go in again today, but definitely we'll hit the cafe and have a coffee, I think. Is it open? Yeah, it looks to be open. So a really nice setting just here, absolutely stunning, right next to the river. And normally it's busy over the weekend, but I think with it being out of season it's quite quiet, which makes it quite nice actually. Plenty of bike parking just by the seating area just here, so it's quite nice. They do have a big car park opposite for cars, but you can come down here and turn in. Also, I see there's the Donald Campbell Bluebird exhibition just over there, so we'll try and go down to that one day. But yeah, what we're going to do is going to head up from here and we're going to go to Coniston. There's another little cafe I like in Coniston, and then I think to get out of the lakes what we're going to do is go through Ambleside. We'll show you that as we go out of the Lake District. Let's give this shortbread a taste. Very good. All homemade cakes. Really nice. So just looking around this place, you've got the Motor Museum entrance just over there. And then that building over there, I think houses a replica of the Bluebird, which was Donald Campbell. Not sure he held the record for the land and water speed, but definitely attempted it and lost his life doing it. But just look at this car over here. I was just looking from a distance. I think it's a Ford Escort, and I'm not sure what model it is, but I'm sure my sister had one of these, and yeah, it's an RS 2000. So I think she had this RS 1600 many years ago, and obviously you've got an Impreza just there. So yeah, Bluebird over there. We'll have a look at that another day, definitely. But yeah, Cafe Ambio just there, and a beautiful, beautiful setting just next to the river just here. Sadly someone's using a chainsaw in the distance, so sorry if that's being picked up. But an awesome setting, absolutely beautiful. Just park your bike just there, have a seat, grab a coffee. Highly recommended. Right, let's get on. Okay, so a lovely stop just there next to the Lakeland Motor Museum, Cafe Ambio. All fueled up and ready to go. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head down past the Whitewater Hotel just here. Just get a look at these rapids just next to the hotel. Lovely place, absolutely stunning. Just over there. Highly recommended for a stop, guys. I think sometimes when people head up into the lakes they miss out on places like this. So it's just nice to do something a little bit alternative than just Bowness and Windermere all the time, and just explore a little bit off track, but off piste, so to speak. It's nice to explore a little bit, you know, non-touristy routes, and I'm sure Lakeland Motor Museum gets busy in the summer. In fact, I know it does, but just at the moment it's pretty perfect. So we're just going to jump back on the A590, and here we go past the steam railway just here at Haverthwaite. That's where you get them up to Lakeside, and we're just going to keep on this A590 road now until we get down to Greenodd. So we've got about 5 miles, and then we'll turn right. And we're just coming to the roundabout now, A5092, signposted Millham, Coniston, Brough and Greenodd. So we're just going to do a right at the roundabout just here. Now, just past Greenodd Service MOT station, just here, there's a fish and chip shop just on the left if you need refreshments. Just in there, actually closed just at the minute. I'm just doing a left into Greenodd village because I've just spotted a super old vehicle just here. Little old ambulance medical vehicle, look at that. How cool is that? Now, a few of you might notice I've got rid of my touring screen, which had to go in this heat, and it's about time that basically temperature's high enough now I don't need to have it on. And I'm actually glad that I've not got it on, because it does cut down the wind buffeting at the helmet level on this bike. I think most touring screens do, and it's nice to get the airflow through today. Temperatures are up to about 18 degrees now, which is unbelievable really for the end of March. Although saying that, the UK's weather at the moment, the pattern over the last few years, has been that from mid-April and May have been the hottest times of the year, so definitely time for getting the summer gear out soon. Beautiful view just there. You've got a little church here, little lambs in the field, just been born. Absolutely beautiful. And then the stunning scenery. Never gets old, really doesn't. Just up the road here we're going to do a right. That'll take us along the side of Coniston Lake, and also up to Torver, where we're going to do a right to head into Coniston Village for our next coffee stop. So the A593, just signposted here, with the little green bike above the sign, all painted. And I think that's relevant to a cycle event. Again, you've got Lake District bikes. Maybe it's not just a bike hire place, but I remember some years ago on one of the cycle race routes they were putting bicycles all along the route, and I think they were painted yellow at the time. Absolutely amazing vistas, look at that. So I believe the ridge to the right, just above those trees, you'll see it better in a minute, is Coniston Old Man. The peak above Coniston, just there. And the cloudless blue skies have disappeared, and we've got some nice white fluffy clouds, which I think make for good viewing as well. It's also beautiful sky, absolutely lovely. Lots of daffodils out. And then you got some nice little funky pubs along the routes. You've got the Red Lion just tucked in here to the left, just up there. Always good to get a shandy and a bowl of chips just outside. Watch the world go by. Now, while the scenery is good and the sound from my voice and the bike is great, The other sense that you're not getting is the smell. Now at the moment the farmers are spreading shit all over the fields, and there's rather smelly smell. Lovely slate cottages just here. Obviously this region was very heavy in slate mining, actually above Coniston, many years ago, so there's an awful lot of slate cottages and things around this region, and the odd caravan towed with his electric Audi. I wonder how electric cars go on towing. I would imagine they're quite useful. Lots of torque from the electric motors. Nice guy. Thank you. Over the cattle grid. From noisy to silence, absolutely peaceful. Now, I did buy the wife a paddle board, and I see people paddle boarding up this way today, so I must get her up here and get her out on the paddle board at some point. But just look at that, absolutely beautiful. And the awesome MT10 ready to roll again. So let's head off. Amazing place. When the sun's out, makes everything right, doesn't it? Some very lucky people along the banks of the water just here today. You don't get many days like this. Just coming past Jaguar Land Rover just at the top here. Lovely Defender 110 there. Old Freddie Dobbs will be liking that one. If you haven't watched Freddie Dobbs' channel, folks, head over and give him a look. I met up with him, as a few of you know, in Tenerife. Lovely guy, great channel. Link in the top right just here. And he's just put a cracking video out on the Royal Enfield Continental GT, the Cafe Racer styled Interceptor, 650cc. Now, I rode the Interceptor last year actually. I really like the bike. It's a great bike. So good value for money. You know, 6,300 I think they are for a classic styled motorcycle. Just beautiful. And I think the Continental GT would be the one to go for. You know, it's got the clip-ons on, slightly raised foot pegs, a little bit forward positioning. Very ton-up boys of the 60s styling. Really do like that bike. So I'll have to try and blag a Continental GT from Royal Enfield at some point. See if they'll lend me one for a week. Would certainly love to ride one. Do a full review on it. Great day for cycling too. If you're ever coming up into this area and you want somewhere to stay, I think the best place to look is just on booking.com. Have a look on there. Loads of places, and even Airbnb. You know, you can pick up even log cabins and stuff like that next to the lakes for very reasonable money. Or if you're camping, as there was just a camping sign just there, just on the right hand side here. A nice little campsite right next to the water. Now we will be doing some camping while we're in the Isle of Man. It's not too far away now, the TT races. We're heading out on the 5th of June. Looking forward to actually doing a bit of camping again. It's been a long time since I was in a tent, so we'll have to get that out and get that aired before. Make sure it's all in good condition. So just past the signpost for Coniston. Now I stumbled across this cafe that we're going to today a few months ago now, just by accident really, and I've probably driven past it a few times and never even looked or, you know, realised to stop. But it's got parking and some nice seating tables outside, which I think will be lovely for today. There's another good, there's a really nice pub actually just as you go over the bridge and turn left. I'll point it out. That's an awesome one if you're up here in early evening, just to go and have a pub bar snack and, you know, a pint. Really nice place. Got the little church on the left just here, made out of slate. You've also got a fuel station in the village as well, which I'll be interested to see what the fuel prices are up in these little villages. I noticed this morning when I filled up at the Shell garage, it was $1.76 I think it was for diesel, although they'd run out of the E5. I had to put E10 in this morning, and I got about a quarter of a tank of E5. I don't like mixing, but it's the only thing I could get really. So let's see what the price is when we arrive into the village just now. The electric trails bike, there you go, becoming popular. Absolutely stunning. Here we go, 183 for regular diesel, 159.9 for unleaded. So for E5 you're probably paying about 169 here if they have it. It's a BP station, they should have it. Okay, so pub just on the left just here, and also there's one on the right, the Udale Inn. Both good places to stay. There's a few bikes just here at the left one. Awesome little village. If you haven't been, get yourself up here. And then we've got another cafe, which is our final cafe of the day, just here, Herdwick's Cafe. Nice. Okay, Herdwick's Cafe. Not a lot on the menu, but a good place to stop and just get a refreshment. I had a Coke and not a coffee there. I just wanted a cold drink. But yeah, it's an okay place. It's a little bit pricey. I noticed that the bacon and sausage buns were £7, and if you wanted, say, a lunch burger and chips, it was £14 for a burger and chips, which is pretty steep if you ask me. I know I went to the barn at Skelwith yesterday. I actually featured the butty van in the Skelwith video I did a few videos back now, and the barn was a place I wanted to stop at and go and have a look, but it was busy the day, so I went to the little Citroen van in the square, which is really good. I'll pop a link to it on the right hand side of the screen, just at the top just here, and definitely worth a visit. If you're in Lancashire, go to Skelwith and grab a coffee and a snack from that van. Really good pasties and things. But the barn, the barn is classed as being quite expensive for food. But things like a burger and chips my daughter had yesterday when we were there with the family, I think they paid £11. So Herdwick's cafe just there is, you know, £3 more expensive. And I wouldn't say it's as good really, although I can't judge it because I didn't see the food. Anyway, yeah, it's an okay spot to stop in if you're coming through Coniston to get a coffee or a cold drink, but a little bit pricey. So we've just headed out of the north of Coniston just now, and this road will take us round to the Ambleside region. Now I mentioned the Slate buildings and things. In fact, where's the sun gone? We've lost the sun, I'm afraid. So yeah, there's slate mines and things. There used to be an old slate mine on the top of that mountain right in front of us, and they used to go diving in there years ago. If you watch the channel, you know I've mentioned it. In fact, we've been up there before. There's the turning for it, Hodge Close. It just goes to Hodge Close, which is the mine. It's worth having a look, actually, if you're up this way on the bike. It's about 1.5 miles up a single track road there, and then when you stand at the top, there's about a 30-metre drop into the mine to where the water is, where it's filled up with water. But we used to dive up there, scuba dive down into the tunnels and things where they used to send the little railway trucks through to bring the slate out after they're blasted and things. But over the years it's just filled up with water, and I think it's about 25-26 meters deep underneath the water. There's obviously been cars and all kinds of crap that's been driven off the top into it in years gone by, so there is a car upside down in the bottom of there. But we used to use it as a you know, just a deep training site, which was quite nice. But yeah, where's that sun gone? Obviously one of these big fluffy white clouds is blocking it. But I'm not complaining. You've got an awesome little lake just here on the side of the road as well. Beautiful spot. Someone having a picnic over there. Wonder if it's good fishing in there. Private fishing sign on the wall just there. Which most of it is private fishing these days, isn't it? You can't really go fishing anywhere without buying a permit these days. So I saw on one of the forums the other day, somebody had actually put on their MT10 the Pirelli Angel GT tyres, which I put on here last year, I think it was. And I'm not sure how many miles I've done since last year. Something I normally keep an eye on, but I've just not kept track of it. I think when I took the bike for a MOT in, I think it was end of October last year, I think I'd only done 2,000 miles on this bike last year, which is incredibly low. I normally put about 6,000 miles on it, or even possibly more if I go into Europe and do a tour in a year. But yeah, I've no idea how many miles I've put on it. I know I've just given it an oil change, and the oil came out of the bike actually where it had been all winter, used all winter with it, was incredibly clean. But anyway, I've just changed it. Put Castrol Racing 10W40 back in, which is my preferred oil on this bike. But yeah, the Pirelli Angel GT tyres, incredibly good on this bike, just long lasting, like the Bridgestone T31s were that I had on previous. But I do find that with the Pirellis I've got more feel through the bars and everything on them. They just seem to grip better. So the left turn just there takes you over Rhinos Pass, very famous pass. I have featured it in the past, but it's one that people normally do when they come up to the lakes. I'm not a lover of it because it's very steep, a lot of sharp turns, road surface is terrible, so it's not really a great biking road. And if you're coming up into the lakes, there's far nicer roads, to be honest. So one of the routes that I keep meaning to do is the Buttermere road up near Keswick and through Buttermere and around that way. And I will get it done this summer, I just haven't really had time to be able to do it. I prefer roads like this where the road surface is good and some nice sweeping bends and things, albeit stuck behind two cars at the moment, which you're normally going to get actually, even this time of year, as you head north from Coniston up towards Skelwith Bridge and Ambleside. And I think what we will do is I'll show you Chester's, which is another place just down the road here, and that would have been my other coffee or cafe stop today. Literally just the other side of this river, just around the corner. That is a better place. Food's better, coffees and everything are probably better, and also you've got some seating down next to the water just here. I'll just pull in Chester's by the river, cafe and shop. So we're down at Chester's just by the river, or the stream just here that comes past it. There's lots of seating just behind me next to the river. It's a nice little cake and coffee shop. Parking can become a problem a little bit just at the top, but I managed to get a space just there. Or you can park just straight in front of the cafe. As you can see there, we've got the stream, the beck coming down. Nice cottages just here. And then you've got the entrance to Chester's, which is a lovely spot. There's some outdoor seating, some indoor seating. There's a little Chester's by the river shop next to it. And you've got some parking just here. Rather lovely. And then you've got the bike. Now, on this bike, I have obviously put the carbon fibre mudguard on the front, but when I was cleaning it the other day, I am thinking to put a carbon fibre rear fender on it and take this one off that's colour coded to the bike. What's your thoughts? Do you think I should, or do you think I should leave the colour coded SP one on, which matches the blue, black and silver? Not sure, so leave a comment below, let me know. But yeah, I put the sports screen back on, as you can see just there. Absolutely in love with this bike, still after 4 years. As you can see, the new Volcano seat cover just there. Really, really nice. Definitely one of the favourite bikes that I've bought over the years. And the Trekker Dolomite Givi top box there is a great addition for when I'm touring and also out and about to carry camera gear and stuff like that. I actually ceramic coated my wheels. Not sure if you can see. There's a bit of crap just down there at the moment, but yeah, one of the favourite bikes. If you like it, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment below. Let me know about that hogger. So we're going to sign off the video just there. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't subscribed to the channel currently, then hit that subscribe button, ding that bell for future videos coming up, and we'll catch you on another video soon. Cheers guys.